Please, what is sane to you? What does sane mean? You're welcome to my channel. This is Ozioma by Goziem. If this is your first time coming across my video or my channel, kindly like my videos, share with your friends and your enemies inclusive. Turn on your post notification bells and of course subscribe. Thank you. This is the part 2 of Wedding Bells. You can catch up on the part 1. I'm going to put the link here and see, of course, how much you're able to grab what we have done or what we have gone past. Thank you. In this part 2, I'm going to be talking about cost of weddings and the kind of pressure people put themselves through just because of weddings. Now, I would ask, what is sane to you? Like that word S-A-N-E. What is sane to you? Now, sane is normal, like being normal, when you are in full control of your senses. Now, when you're in full control of your senses, you know that your wedding is your wedding, not the society's wedding, and not have the society as your update or your manual. Now, some people want to do their weddings and they go to check what celebrities or other people have done as trying to prove whatever it is that nobody is asking them to prove. Your wedding is supposed to be something that you have dreamt of, something that you have always wanted to happen in a certain way. And by that way, if you're doing your wedding that way, you get the fulfillment. In conducting a wedding or in having your wedding, the first thing that you should look out for is, what do I want? That's the first question you should ask yourself. What do I want? And if you know what you want, you are able to do a successful wedding. Some people want to do wedding, they are looking at irrelevant things. Now, personally, I think that honeymoons came about in those days because, you know, then people would just see themselves and they say, oh, I like you, I love you, I want to marry you. In 1 week, they are married, never knew themselves, never knew anything about themselves. So then after the wedding, they want to, they want to know themselves better before they start the home, like proper. So they go away for some time to know themselves, be together, bond. Now, if you have known your boyfriend or your girlfriend for 50 years, now that's a joke. If you have known your boyfriend or your girlfriend for a couple of times, and you have known him or her well enough, not because you've known them, like you've known everything about them, because we don't even know everything about ourselves. Sometimes I do stuff, I'm like, did I do this? So you keep figuring out yourself. So my point is, you know the person to an extent. I don't think honeymoon is for you. You can do vacation if you want, but not honeymoon. So my sister, strike it off your list. You must not do honeymoon. A wedding is supposed to be something that you do because it's a special day for you. Something that you finish and you still have ample time to gist with your partner, have fun. I see that some people finish their weddings and they're so tired, they're so fatigued, they're worn out, they're used. And it doesn't make sense to me. I even hear of cases where people lose their pregnancies after wedding because of stress. Really? Now, if you're doing the kind of wedding that will stress you, no, you don't have money, and it is insane for you to do that kind of wedding, because big weddings are for people that have money. That's the reason we have wedding planners. If you have the money to do, let's say you want to do a very big wedding because of the kind of people you know, because of your level, you have money, of course, to entertain such guests. Get a wedding planner, let the person take that burden off you. It is sane to do that. Now, if you don't get money, you don't have any business trying to put your hand where your hand no reach. If the money that you have is enough for you to sew agbada. If it's not for you to do this one, or hanky to dab your sweat, do it. And that is, every queen doesn't, queens operate in different levels. You mustn't be loud. You mustn't make noise before you are called a queen, or before you see yourself as a queen. Now, I've seen several instances. In fact, there was a time I saw on Instagram, a guy was saying that either his fiance left him because he didn't want to do a big wedding. I'm like, Oga, first of all, I don't even think you were seeing well, because for a person that would leave you for not doing a big wedding is already a nonsense person. So why didn't you identify that? Meaning you two are a nonsense person. And now God has even helped you In fact, God loves you so much to make the person to live your life before you got trapped in the marriage. So it doesn't make sense. So I don't see the reason why men go over and beyond because they say, my girlfriend said I should. That your girlfriend that is saying that you should, how much is she bringing to the table? She's not bringing anything, but she's telling you what to do when she knows full well that you don't have the means to have that kind of wedding. There are also instances where people finish their weddings and they are paying debts for 1 year, 2 years. You definitely know that that is insane, and that is not a sane wedding. Basically, what I'm saying is, a sane wedding is a wedding that the person doing the wedding has his or her full senses in control. Now, it is unfortunate that in the society, sane weddings are not, I don't know, sane weddings are not popular, but insane weddings are the popular ones. And again, when I'm talking about sane weddings, I'm also going to talk about quiet weddings, which is my kind of wedding. You have a wedding where a few people attend. The most important thing being that you have been joined by the people who have authority over your lives. You know, you have that kind of quiet wedding. You don't spend too much. You still have enough money to rent a house, you know, do everything, and perhaps go on a vacation if you want. And not finish, when you finish a wedding, you look broke and you're not even able to eat the kind of food that you want. You know, you have all that kind of wine. You have enough strength to go home with. That's quiet wedding. But it now seems that we only resort to that kind of wedding when we are broke. But in the actual sense, that kind of wedding is supposed to be the normal wedding. And now when someone wants to go all out, people are supposed to now be surprised. The reverse has become the case. I don't know who I'm trying to help with this video. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I've been led to help you to help yourself, that you should do the wedding according to what you have in your pocket. Thank you.